Chapter 38. Constable Thomas Hiller of the Thames Marine Police Division was in terrible shape. He was sleepy, hungry, horny, and wet, and he could not decide which was the greatest of his miseries. He was sleepy because of his fiancée, Flo, had kept him awake all night, fighting. He was hungry because by the time she was through screaming at him, he was late for duty, and he had had no time to pick up a bite. He was horny because she had refused to let him touch her, and he was wet because the 30-foot police boat on which he was traveling had been built for service, not comfort, and a rising wind was driving the rain into a small wheelhouse where he stood. On days like this there was bloody little to see and even bloody less to do. The Thames Division covered 54 miles of river from Dartford Creek to Stainsbridge, and ordinarily Constable Hiller enjoyed patrol duty, but not when he was in this shape. Damn all women. He thought about Flo in bed, naked as a powder pigeon, her large tits waving up and down as she yelled at him. He glanced at his watch. Another half hour and this miserable tour would be finished. The boat had turned and was headed back toward Waterloo Pier. His only problem now was deciding what to do first: sleep, eat, or jump in the kip with Flo. Maybe all three at once, he thought. He rubbed his eyes to force the sleep out of them, and turned to look at the muddy, swollen river pimpled by the rain. It seemed to loom out of nowhere. It looked like a large fish floating belly up, and Constable Hiller's first thought was, if we haul it aboard, we're going to stink of it. It was about 10 yards to starboard, and the boat was moving away from it. If he opened his mouth, the bloody fish was going to delay his getting off duty. They would have to stop and grapple it, and either pull it over the side or tow it in. Whichever, they did not delay his getting to Flo. Well, he didn't have to report it. What if he had not seen it? What if they were moving farther away? Constable Hiller called out, "Sergeant, there's a floating fish 20 degrees off starboard. Looks like a big shark." The 100-horsepower diesel engine suddenly changed rhythm, and the boat began to slow. Sergeant Gaskins stepped to his side. "Where is it?" he asked. The dim shape was now gone, buried in the rain. "It was over there." Sergeant Gaskins hesitated. He too was anxious to get home. His impulse was to ignore the damn fish. Was it big enough to menace navigation, he asked. Constable Hiller fought with himself and lost. "Yes," he said. And so the patrol boat turned and slowly headed toward where the object had last been seen. It materialized again unexpectedly, almost under the bow, and they both stood there, staring down at it. It was the body of a young blonde girl. She was naked, except for a ribbon tied around her swollen neck.